What's up, guys? My name's Miles.
And my name is Biz.
And this is The Commodity. And today we are reacting to the most requested video we've had in quite a while.
Long time.
The 2020 Proton X50. You guys have wanted to see it. I've wanted to see it. Fez, I don't know.
And just a heads up, if there's an update since 2020, sorry, this is the one that we're looking at. And we will do an update on the X70.
Yeah,
there is a new body style.
So the X70 video we did, we were recommended that video.
Exact video.
It was sent to us, and so that's why we reacted to it. Obviously, we probably should have done our research, but if we would have done the research too, it wouldn't have been a true reaction. So we will update that as well.
Next thing is join our Discord. Link is down below. We've got like 35, 37, somewhere around there. Let's get the party started. There's places for you to suggest videos. There's places for you to drop memes.
Boom.
There's places just to hang out and chat. And sometimes we even go in there and actually talk live and hang out with people.
Yes, so we have some fun in there. We've made some friends already. So if you want to be my friend and not Fez's friend, hop in the Discord.
I wanted to be your friend.
You can be his friend as well.
Next thing, we are trying to hit 15,000 subscribers by April 20th. And if we do so, we're getting tattoos.
We're getting tattoos. John, my friend John at work had recommended me to get a weird... I'm not even going to get into that. I'm not going to throw that on there. But Fez is going to get the Proton logo tattoo. I believe he has already decided on which logo he's going to go with.
I will put it up here, but what I'm going to do is I'm only going to do the circle with the leaping tiger, and it's going to be with green and yellow.
Oh, kind of like the R3?
Exactly, like the R3.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I don't know what I'm going to do because you guys get to recommend or tell me what is going to be on my body forever.
We should add that to the
Discord.
Throw in your suggestions, join our Discord, and we'll have a spot for it. We'll do it after we record this, so by the time it goes live, it will definitely already be there.
Look, anything you want. I've got food suggestions. I've got logo suggestions. I might put a Malaysian food dish on my body.
That'd be pretty dope. That'd be dope.
Let us know, but we're going to go ahead and hop on into this because I want to learn about this X50 and I want to give my honest opinion on it. So are you ready?
Yes, and this will be honest. And this is our first time seeing it for the most part.
Yeah, we've seen some pictures of it before.
But we haven't seen in depth.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump in.
1, 2, 3, go.
There's a lot to unpack on this one, so.
First things first, I'm sorry to disappoint that this is still a preview of the car, not an actual launch yet. So we don't have the full pricing or even the full variant breakdown of the X50 just yet. We have to wait a little bit more.
All right, so here we go. We got colors, and we got trim levels. So we got the 1.5T standard, the 1.5T executive, 1.5T premium, and 1.5T TGDI flagship. So I'm guessing they're all GDIs.
Mm-hmm.
Or turbo gas direct injected. So looks like a lot of the things are pretty much like what we do here, where you go from like basic wheels to premium wheels. You even get the two-tone bottom, one color, top, one color.
Yeah.
We do that quite often. That's very Toyota.
Kia does it as well.
Yeah, so we got a 1.5 liter turbo engine. Oh no, they're labeling the GDI only on the 1.5 flagship.
Well, this says turbo engine.
Yeah, but doesn't say gas direct injected. 7-speed dual clutch transmission. Awesome, dual clutch. 4 airbags. That seems a little under.
I mean, who needs airbags?
Yeah, just die. Full LED headlamps, that's cool. 17-inch wheels for standard. Now, to me, I hate 17-inch wheels. It's the same thing as 19-inch wheels. I hate both of those. They're odd shaped, they're odd sized wheels, and they makes tires cost a lot more than if you go 18 or 20-inch. Fabric seats, rear air vents, 8-inch head unit, and reverse camera. Dope. Airbags. Oh, so you get more airbags the higher the trim level.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Leather wrap steering wheel, auto headlamps, front fog lamps, and leather seats. Then you get 18-inch alloy wheels, which is good. Driver power seat, which is really good. 10-inch infotainment center, and 360-degree camera. That's pretty dope. And then now we got the GDI engine, the advanced driver assist system, the dual-tone exterior, and the panoramic sunroof. That's all pretty good.
Yeah.
It's so funny. You got all these awesome colors, but I always will go with the Snow White. It's always my favorite.
I kind of like the red and the orange and the blue.
Yeah, I mean, they're all good, but I always go white. White's always
But
my
just
color.
know, if you've got the money, you will survive with the 6 airbags.
Go for it.
For all that, but stay tuned to Proton.org for more details on this brand new car. What we have here is full access to the top of the range Proton X50.
It's a beautiful vehicle.
That we
Yeah,
have
I
right
like it.
here. As you know, the X50 is based on an existing Geely model, the Bin UA, SX11 or Coolray as it's known in other markets. This one is locally assembled here in Tanjung Malim right from the start. I've got to say this though, it looks bloody fantastic, doesn't it? I've seen this
Bloody.
car in photos for the past 1 year now.
It's
but
red.
seeing in the flesh, it's a whole different experience.
Punny.
It's just so unique, so fresh, so sporty, so modern. It just looks fantastic. From the front, you'll see that the bonnet extends further forward compared to the front grille. So
Hood.
this gives it a much more aggressive front face. The bonnet itself carries a lot of positive lines leading towards the front grille, where it carries the new round Proton logo.
See, it's not that I don't like this logo. I just really like the other logo a lot.
This is more of just facing it, like screaming at you. The other one's kind of like it's
Taking
jumping
on some
down on
prey.
you.
Yeah, because it looks like it's going to kill something.
Surrounding it is Proton's infinite weave front grille, but here it's finished in gloss black, which again adds a bit of a sporty
good.
flavor
I like
to
the
the whole
gloss.
car. The grille is framed by this red line, which has a matte finish. Now this stands
I like
in
the red
contrast
line.
against the piano black front grille, as well as matching this full satin chrome silver finish on this front wing. Moving further down, you get a lot of colors as well. More piano black and then plain
That's kind of like a carbon fiber wrap look right there.
Yeah.
I like how they've added that accent.
black and then a lot of carbon fiber finish. That is
I wonder if
extended
it's
around the
real
entire
carbon
car
fiber.
to give
Not
it
that
an
it really
extra
needs
sporty
it.
look as well. The headlamps
got
are
a
fully
lot of-
nestled within this chrome piece, and inside it are full LED DRLs with LED main beam as well. Even the fog lamps are LED on this flagship model. Around the side, this car carries 18-inch alloys in dual-tone design with red calipers both front.
So I think they're doing their wheels really well. They look really good.
Yeah.
They're not doing that black piano finish and all that stuff. I feel like they're actually ahead of that, because what we do, like Toyota, Honda, every car manufacturer in the U.S. has played it out.
Right.
It's done. I think it's dead, and they need to move on. Now we're doing like the full black, but it's time to move on to back to the gunmetal and those colors. I
Yeah,
think
the
this
gun
is the
melt,
right
and it's
place.
got like the two-tone kind of on the inside to make it give
Is
it
it
depth.
two-tone?
I believe so.
I think it's all one color. I think it's just shadow.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but it looks like shadow.
Yeah.
And back. The tires are also very nice Continental UC6, which is a high
Yeah,
performance
it's
model.
two-tone.
This
Yeah,
particular
but
car
it's like
comes
a
with a
polished
two-tone
version
paint
of it.
job with the roof and the side mirrors finished in black. What's more interesting is the D pillar over here, where there's a small kink going upwards, plus the black.
I like
roof,
those
which it looks
taillights
like
too.
It's floating. This is a floating roof design that is
What car has that same exact rear quarter where it goes up like that? That looks familiar to me on another brand. And I'm sure this shares the car, because they mentioned two other cars, but
Is it Jaguar?
no, it's more like I don't know, because I've seen it before. I just can't put my finger on it, and none of the cars that this is based off of are actually sold here.
Right.
So I'm not sure, but I've seen a car like that. I don't think it's Jag. No. Maybe Nissan?
Possibly.
Yeah, like the Murano or
Yeah.
something.
is very popular in current car designs. Around the back, you get this thick satin chrome finish, carrying
The back end
Proton
looks like a
script
lot like a
very
Jeep.
proudly. One thing though, each letter is put on individually, so I hope they don't go in the way of the Proton Suprema S. If you know, you know. The tail lamps themselves are full LED units with this nice wing design. I think it's going to look fantastic.
I don't know what that
when
meant,
you see it at
so
night.
let us know.
Well, when he pushed it, it looked like the letters weren't very secure.
But he said hopefully it doesn't go the way of whatever.
The
So I'm guessing
Suprema, so I'm guessing the logo fell off in places on the other one.
there's a lot of cars that are like that.
Yeah.
Up top, you get this small spoiler design, which is not as big as the one you've seen in other markets, such as the Philippines and in China, the one with the big S logo. I think this looks better as a whole. Further
like
down,
the
this car
spoiler.
gets the full quad tailpipe layout, which I think looks great, really fits the whole look of the
That looks fantastic.
Yeah, it
The
does.
dual exhaust. And not only that, they didn't make these ridiculously oversized exhaust tips
Right.
and then put these tiny little pipes behind it. That's the problem that they do with cars. I'd rather have it be fitted like that. Plus, you got a carbon fiber diffuser going around it, and it looks magnificent.
Yeah,
I think
no.
it is perfect.
Yeah, that it looks sporty from the back.
Yeah. It doesn't look dated. There's nothing wrong with it. It looks perfect.
car. And you know what? The pipes are actually properly connected. Now, AMG, this is how you do quad tailpipes.
Shots
Before we head inside,
fired.
let's talk about this car's dimensions for a quick bit. I'm not going to throw you all sorts of numbers. Let's just say this is about the same size as a Honda HR-V. In terms of overall length, this car is pretty much identical with the HR-V, although this
that the
particular
small
car
one?
is a bit wider, a little bit taller, even though wheelbase is a bit shorter compared to the Honda HR-V. In terms of platform, this car is built
Is it the same as the No, this is definitely bigger than the Toyota. What's the little Toyota?
Well, the CRV is comparable to the
X70.
well, the CRV is it?
Yeah,
Okay, so this would be the HRV.
but it looks so much bigger.
Yeah,
Maybe he's just a small dude.
I think he is.
Because when I stand next to the Toyota variant, I feel huge compared to it.
Yeah. The
It's
RAV4.
got that. No,
Or are you talking about the
CHR.
I think that's bigger than the CHR.
No, but the RAV4 would be the same size as the Honda. What is it?
CHR or the CRV.
CRV. Yeah, those are competitors.
Mm-hmm.
So the CHR would be competitor against that.
Yeah. Okay.
Or maybe that's a little bit bigger. Who knows?
on Geely's BMA architecture, which is a modular platform. And no, it's not shared with Volvo. This is Geely's own. But still, this is built to the same level of sophistication as European car makers and to the specifications of Euro NCAP 5-star models. Now, finally, let's head on inside. If you think this car looks good on the outside,
beautiful interior.
is absolutely mind-blowing.
I like the gunmetal kind of brushed finish.
aluminum.
Yeah.
It is amazing in terms of quality, in terms of design.
I'm going to say it now. We've said it almost in every one of our videos. Every time we see the head unit like that, it's time for change.
I kind of like that style though.
But it's time for something new. Like
Technically, the
Mercedes-Benz-
floating head unit is new. Because it started out where it just kind of protruded, and a lot of brands are still protruding. This is kind of like a
where
tablet
it's
just
not,
laid on it.
But it still looks like a second thought,
It does.
an afterthought. And again, we got kind of the same, kind of. It's a little bit different, but Porsche style buttons around the shifter.
Mm-hmm.
As well as equipment. First thing you notice is the two-tone black and red interior, and this is not just any red that they've chosen. This particular shade of red has been chosen so it doesn't take too much
almost
attention
brown.
from the driver while being safe, as well as not being too reflective to reflect
It's so
on the
red!
windscreen when you're driving. There's also a very tasteful use of the black and red theme. Just the top of the dashboard is red, while the seats are mostly black with just red on the sides. So the base of the seats are fully black, so they don't get dirty as much. The seats themselves are really nice. They really hug your body around the sides, and the leather used
His
here
mask matches
is
the
not
red.
quite Napa leather quality, but is very, very good. It definitely feels rather premium inside here. Moving on to quality, it's something else as well. At the top here is mostly soft touch plastics, which you won't find even on the Honda HR-V. As you go down, the plastics get harder, obviously. But then again, this is still a very nicely put together B-segment SUV. If you go around the car looking for cheap plastics, you'll find one or two things here and there, but as a whole, overall, I think you can't really fault this car. Onto the design highlights, this car as a whole, Proton says carries a lot of aviation design cues. On the outside, the chrome lines are meant to look like tiny little jet wings, while on the inside, the side aircon vents are meant to look like jet engine turbines. As for the screen, this car comes with a fully digital instrument cluster with configurable themes, whether you're in sport, normal, or eco. One thing to note is that this car has a huge temperature gauge, so if you've been looking for one, yeah, there you go, bingo. The center screen over here is a widescreen display with the latest GKUI 19 interface. This has a much nicer interface compared to the older unit in the X70. So this system supports voice recognition, obviously.
Hi, Proton.
Hey.
Open all windows.
Hey.
Okay, window has been opened for you.
But then again, I don't think that's of much use to anybody. It also has Jukes music, which again, I'm not really a big fan of. But the system itself, it looks quite good. It's very slick to use, very responsive, and I think it's a big upgrade compared to the X70. In terms of practicality,
I just want to know why these radios haven't gotten to the level of smartphone.
Yeah, I agree.
Like I get it. It's intuitive, but the second you switch over to your iPhone, you're like, yeah, all radios suck in cars. Like,
yeah.
Come on, step up your game, car companies.
this car is not too bad. You get a big hole down here underneath the armrest, a pair of cup holders in the middle here, plus a tray for your smartphones underneath the aircon controls. There's also a small little hole down there for, I don't know, things you want to keep hidden. Even the glove box, it opens up with a nice little padding. It doesn't just drop down like in a Honda Accord, for instance. There is a dedicated compartment for your sunglasses, which I think is really cool. And if you're interested, the signal stop is still on the left side of the car. But of course, it's not all positive news.
So is it typically on the right-hand side? Because for us, it is on the left-hand side, the blinkers. Yeah. And it looks like they have cameras built into the mirrors. Because did you notice when he hit the blinker, it turned on, it switched.
Kind of like
the camera changed.
Honda does.
Yeah, kind of like Honda. Because it looked like it changed the radio right when he hit the blinkers. So
disappointments include the steering wheel that feels slightly offset.
Let's go ahead and look at the steering wheel. So this one definitely looks way more updated. It's kind of got the D where it's flat on the bottom.
Yeah.
It's got the new logo. The center, the airbag looks way more refined.
So it looks like, obviously, this right side's going to control the menu in front of you because it's got the different screens button. Mute, home, mode. I would imagine that's either the vehicle's mode itself or...
Typically, it's the radio mode.
Yeah.
On the left side, it looks like you have two buttons on each side of the toggle that are for the dynamic radar cruise control. Am I wrong?
Top left is where you turn it on. So
and
that
then
might
you got
be the
the
car
center,
links.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And then you got the voice button, and then...
Or is that volume? Because it looks like it's trickling down and then it's trickling up.
It could be true, too. I don't know.
But that would be weird to have that right there.
Yeah. Interesting.
Center and the slightly blurry all-around view camera. As for rear legroom, it's actually very, very good. Not to the standards of the Honda HR-V, of course, but as far as small SUVs go, this is very decent indeed. There's a lot of legroom left, and headroom is not too bad considering this car's sloping
USBs in the back.
You got a lot of headroom left. Even
with
if you're
the
especially tall, you should be able to fit in the back here
panoramic.
just fine. What's especially good is the inclusion of rear aircon vents, which is a unique to Malaysia item. This car in China and even in the Philippines do not get rear aircon vents, but that has not been fitted to the Malaysian model. That is fantastic. You also get a pair of USB chargers in the back here for your kids or your passengers to charge all your gadgets. Last but not least, the panoramic sunroof. You know, I'm not a big fan of sunroofs in Malaysia, but you know what? In this car, it just fits. It looks really good. A quick note on the seats, you can't recline the backrest, but the angle is actually set quite nicely, so I think this is quite comfortable for longer journeys for your kids in the back here. One small drawback is the use of hard plastics on the rear door cards instead of the plusher materials up front. In this respect, the Honda HR-V has a small advantage. As for the boot, it's not massive, it's just over 330 liters. That's 100 liters less compared to the Honda HR-V. But as far as SUVs go, it's not too bad. There's also a space saver spare tire underneath the boot floor, even though the brand is Cylon. I've never heard of that.
Either have I.
6 airbags in electronic stability control as standard across the entire range, but only the top spec model will get the ADAS or Advanced Driving Assist systems to include AEB, Autonomous Emergency Braking, Active Lane Keep Assist, Adaptive Cruise Control, and even Active High Beam Assist. Now Proton says this will give you a level 2 semi-autonomous driving features, so in certain driving conditions, this car can practically drive itself. That is a step up even compared to the bigger Proton X50. You can also see that this car has 6 parking sensors both front and back, and this is to help the car park itself. One last thing to note is the
They have that
engine
on
under the hood.
Toyotas.
This car will get 2 engine options, both 3 cylinders, 1.5 litre turbocharged motors. The top spec 1.5 TD model will get a direct injection turbocharged engine, and that will make 177 horsepower and 255 Newton meters of torque. Paired together with a 7-speed wet dual clutch transmission, just like the X70.
I like that
This
shifter.
car should go from 0
I
to
do
100
too.
in
The gear
just
shifter.
under 8 seconds, 7.9 seconds. In case you're wondering, yes, the engine and transmission are both co-developed between Geely and Volvo. So technically, this Proton is powered by a Volvo engine. Having said that, the lack
Which
of
is
pedal
okay.
shifters will disappoint some people. So there you go.
I don't know much about Volvo anymore. Volvo used to be a pretty big name, but they've fallen off in the U.S. market pretty
Yeah.
hard. Their cars don't hold value in this market. They're beautiful though.
Yeah.
The all-new Proton X50. There's a lot to like and frankly not a lot to not like about this car. We still don't know anything about the prices just yet, but we've been told that there will be 4 variants to choose from: the standard, executive, premium, and the top-of-the-range flagship model. Yes, the variant is called the flagship. I'm not a big fan of it myself. I guess it's more common in China, but yeah, not anywhere else in the world. In any case, what do you think of this car as it is right?
So, in the U.S., or at least most of the cars in the U.S., the top of the line is either platinum or a limited, or
Yeah.
it's got abbreviation that kind of implies the limited.
Yeah, like SXL or SX Limited. Yeah,
Yeah.
so usually it is platinum or limited. Would be the top of the line spec name,
Yeah.
not necessarily flagship.
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
don't.
it can be like that is a given. You know, it is the flagship of that vehicle.
Yeah, I mean,
that's more of a term that is used and less of a name.
Yeah, and all around the car looks great. As far as just trying to find things to be picky about, just to say that it's not anything special, I think it all stands out. It's really nice. I actually think I like this car a little bit better than the variant of the X70 that we looked at. If I was picking between the two, I'd have to be inside of them because I really don't have a really good idea about how big they are.
So I'm a fan of white vehicles, and but the way this is set up personally, I like the red with black.
I think the red's too. For me, the red on the exterior is too bright.
I love it.
I would rather have the red from the interior on the exterior. The
Really?
same dry, like blood red.
This just looks sporty. It looks aggressive,
Yeah, it looks
and
sporty. But
I
I would
dig
like
it.
a little bit toned down a little
Yeah.
bit.
No, I mean it's a beautiful vehicle.
So, do you have one on order? Are you going to get one? Let us know down in the comments.
Don't forget the Discord.
Yeah, check out the Discord.
I will put the link in the description. That way you guys can hop on and talk to us all the time.
We also have plans to do other videos about cars and other videos about food. Let us know if you have any comments. Let us know if you have any comments. Let us know if you have any ideas. Again, the easiest way to get a hold of us is through our Discord. And with that being said,
My name's Miles.
and my name is Fez.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Peace.
Out.